Hello stranger, welcome or welcome back to the channel, your average brother. This is my 16-year-old daily driver and is in need of some TLC. The paintwork looks very tired and there's some rust issues creeping up here and there. So to fix that, in this video, we'll be doing some rust restoration, some detailing, and also some dechroming and painting the brake calipers. So sit tight, relax, and walk with me. First things first, let's wash this car. So now that the car is all dried off now, we can actually see some of the areas that we need to work on. And this is one of the biggest rust spots on this car. The boot lid has like loads of rust like building up here. There's some in the middle as well. And then there's some on this side. So basically what I want to do for now is take this cluster out, take this other cluster out, sand this down a bit, sand that down a bit, and see what we can do in regards to the rust. Just like any other old car, you can see some rust spots here, but that's not too bad. The other very bad point is in the front side of the car. The front wheel lashes is really, rusting away. This all over here, and then this as well. So this whole part needs like some love. I just don't know how I'm gonna go about it yet, but I'm thinking I might just mask off the ends and then sand down all this part, spray it again, and see if that makes any sense. The only difference is that I'm worried I don't want to make too much of a difference in regards to like the paint matching, but we'll see how it goes. And as for the other side, there's some rust here as well on this part, but this is not too bad compared to the other side. And all this just needs is just a little bit of sanding, and then some touch-up paint will work really well with that. But this last wheel well doesn't really have any rust spots, so I think that one is good. Besides just this, I just use like a little touch-up paint for that. I just need to take off this screw here. Yeah. Then once this clipping comes off, I can then bend this out like this, but I need to take off the plug-in as well. Burn it out this way, and then this comes off, and we'll do the same for the other side as well. This is out as well. Push out and bend. That comes off easily as well. So now it's a bit easier to see how far the rust has gone, and I think it's just here. Oh yeah, there, just all around here, and this end as well. So what we're just going to do is take out the plate number and then tip off the part I don't want any bits and bobs to go into, and then I just start sanding down and see if we can actually clear some of that rust out. Lovely. We have the surface area ready. I got this kit from Amazon. I think it's a, let me see, Hammerite Kurust. It transforms rust into like solid surfaces in 15 minutes, so it says. So I'm keen to try this out. Just clean up the area, put this on, and see if it transforms the rust into like a solid surface that we can paint over. And I've also got an electric contact cleaner because I don't have a white spirit, and this works just as well. So this to clean the area, and of course some sanding paper. So yeah, let's get right into prepping the surface, and we know where we go from there. We've just finished sanding it down, and now I have a big gaping hole here from the rust that flaked off, and some of this has been polished down a little bit, and same as the other side. So I think I can like start prepping it. But first things first, let's put the the rust converter on this and see how well this holds. Then we know what to do from there next. Okay, I think it smells like metal. I have some of the rust converter in here now, and I'm just gonna like touch the parts that's affected and see. Ooh, my first one, I've already made a mistake. Can you imagine that? But yeah, it's so cool. It's fine. It says on the pack that to expect the paint to change color somewhat, so I'm expecting that. You can definitely see that the rust converter is actually working, because it says it's going to turn the area into somewhat bluish black, and that's exactly what it's doing there. So I'm just going to let that sit for like an hour or so. Same for here as well. I'm just going to let that sit for like an hour. So whilst I was waiting for the rust converter to do its thing, I started prepping the front wheel arch. I've gotten like an aluminium foil. The next thing I want to do now is put some aluminium foil at the back, so the filler has something like to stick on. I know it would be easier to get like a fiber glass or something like that to make it stronger, but like I said, this is just a temporary fix. So if I put this on, put that in, then we use some filler, we see where we go from there. But yeah, it's beginning to look all right. At least the rust is gone now. We just need to make it look a bit more presentable. The aluminium tape has like covered the hole just a little bit. It's just something for the filler to sit on, and I think that should hold the filler properly. So what I'm just gonna do now is make some filler, put it over that, and try as much as possible to sand it down to have a at least nicer to look at look, and then we'll probably game on. So the filler kit I'm using is this Isopon repair kit. Right now I'm just mixing the filler with the hardener that's included in the package, and then I can start applying this mixture onto the boot lid. I've just taped around here just so I don't make too much of a mess than needed. I've let that sit for like 10-15 minutes now, and I think I'm ready to apply the paint now. I'm a bit scared, I can't lie. That looks good if you ask me, like. So whilst I was waiting for the paint on the wheel arch to dry up, it made sense to start sanding the filler on the boot lid down and prep it for painting as well. So I've let this dry for a couple of minutes now, and safe to say I can add the clear coat. The only thing I'm still worried about is the blending, but we'll see. I'll add the clear coat now and we'll worry about the blending later. So right now, even on camera, it's a bit visible that it's been painted upon, and there's like still solid lines from where I taped it. So I don't know if that's just me from the taping or whatnot, but yeah, on the edges as well, you can see where I put the clear coats. Maybe after a while, when the paint has properly settled, it will turn out better, but obviously that's still not the end. We still have a lot of things to do, but for now, we're happy with that result. And on the back, behind camera, I've just taped it up a bit. Honestly, the sanding is not the greatest here as well, but I'm not too bothered, because when the boot closes, you probably won't be able to see the sanding. So primer is all done, and to be fair, it doesn't look that bad. I keep saying it doesn't look that bad, but anyways, yeah, like the whole essence of this is not to get like a professional look. I'm definitely not going to be able to get a professional look from the very first day, or for the very first time I'm trying to do body work. It's not possible, but still, I'm happy with the results. Now I'm going in with the paint. That is literally an half-hour paint job. It looks okay from afar, but close enough, yeah, like some droopies, but yeah. We'll let that dry off, then we'll give it a second coat. From a DIY perspective, I'm really happy with how it's turned out and how clean it looks now. Let me close that. Literally, you can barely tell that there was something here, even though it doesn't look that smooth in terms of the filler, but it looks, yeah, you can see this mark. But I'm hoping this is something I will be able to polish out. It still shows, you know, solid lines where, you know, the new paint is, but I'm guessing the old paint is really tired, and you can definitely see. So that's definitely something that's on our list. After now, we'll be polishing the car and we'll see if most of that will blend, just like the front side. With the plate number back in, you can barely tell there's, you know, there was work being done here. Everything looks clean and flush. The only thing that needs doing now would be polishing, to see if polishing will like blend some of these parts. But yeah, I'm happy with that. Let me know if there's anything you think I could have done better or easily in the comment section below. You know, I'm always open to learning. That's literally why I created this channel, just to learn, so I can be able to do things by myself. So yeah, so far so good. Yeah, so it's been a couple of days since we fixed the rust issue on the car, and the next step basically is to Claybar the whole car, then polish it, and then seal it with sealant or wax. I got this from a local shop around me. I think it's from Auto Finesse or so, but yeah, I think any Claybar really works. And again, just like always, this is the first time I'm actually like Claybarring a car, so hopefully it all goes well. I have a bottle that I've just put like water and soap. I'll just show you in the camera, and that's what I'm going to be using as lubricant. So I've just cut out a little piece and then I flattened it out with warm water, and I have my lubricant here. It's just soap and water. I don't see how hard that should be really. Okay. I think the key is to not really apply pressure. Just go in a linear motion and let the Claybar do its thing. That seems definitely doable, you feel me? Like, that feels definitely doable. Now I've just got to replicate that in every inch of the car. It's gonna be long, but it's definitely doable. You know what? Doing this for just the last 10-15 minutes has been so satisfying. I don't know, maybe it's just me, but I find the process so satisfying. Can you see that? Look at all the dirt. Look at all of that. Doing the Claybar in round X car has exposed me to one or two things. First things first, if you're planning on doing this, it's as straightforward as it looks, really. The paintwork literally would tell you how much pressure or no pressure to use, and each part of the car or each part of the paintwork requires different amounts of attention. I don't know if that makes any sense, because some parts are a bit more damaged than the other parts, and there's some parts you just glide over, and there's some parts, you know, you feel a bit hesitant until you go a couple of times, and then it gets smoother. Basically, listen to the paintwork. The paintwork will tell you the parts that is rough and the parts that is smooth. Just before I start polishing the car, this, I want to take it off as well. It does give it a very much more unified look. I kind of like how it looks like that, and I've always preferred it like that. Just the badge, even the badge I'm thinking of going black, but I don't know yet. It's time to polish, and I have this old school kind of polisher that was gifted to me. Literally, it just says like a car polisher. I don't know if the camera will catch that, but yeah, car polisher. I've never tried it before, but I'm willing to try this out. And then for the product, obviously, I am going to be sticking with Meguiar's. Let me just show you. Meguiar's. I've waited for the sun to go down, and it doesn't seem like the sun wants to go down. When you don't want the sun, it's there. When you don't want the rain, it's there. This UK weather is just, you know, temperamental, and yeah, I've got to do this. Okay, here goes nothing. Oops. Oh yeah, that's it. It's probably going to be hard on camera, but here's the part I've just polished, and here's what the other part looks like. Can you see all that swell? And here, so definitely this is game on. That was long, but that's claybaring and polishing finished. Now I'm gonna go on to another Meguiar's product, Quik Wax. If you're enjoying this video, this is a good time for you to hit the subscribe button. You know, we're on our way to 1,000 subscribers, so come on, hit the subscribe button, show some love. Yeah. I can successfully say the paintwork has been, you know, restored. But one thing though is, see this part where I did the whole rust fixing, you can still see the part where I did it, and I thought the polishing was gonna make it blend a bit, but I bet you can still see it. But honestly, I'd rather take that than have the rust poking his ugly head out. So everything just looks put together. I can't wait to actually start modifying this car now. It's a new day, and today's agenda is literally to dechrome the car. We're going to be dechroming the windows. I won't be touching the front grille yet because I have plans of upgrading that to like the RS4 style honeycomb grille. I kind of like that, and I know everyone uses it as well, but like if it's not generally liked, you know, it won't be that common. So yeah, that's what I'll be doing. That's what I'll be using for the front grille. So I won't be touching the front grille yet, but we're going to be doing this side windows now. I got this dechroming tape from eBay, same with this gloss black wrap. They're basically the same thing, just different sizes really. And this one would be mainly for the windows, and then this one would be for the technical part, like this part that has to go around. We'll figure out a way to do that, but for now we'll start off with the easy part, which is just this part. As always, we'll start with just prepping the surface really. I'm just using a white vinegar spray. Now that the prepping is done, I can basically measure out the length of this and cut to size. Yeah, now that's perfect. Basically, to do this, all you need to do is line it up straight and then leave enough space underneath and above it just to tuck it in. What I'm going to do is, seeing this is way wider than the chrome itself, I'm going to leave just enough space underneath it to tuck it under, and then cut some bits off the top part. I did this in my previous car, so I kind of like know what I'm doing already. I think the whole process took me about, say, 10-15 minutes, and I'm done with that. I'll do the same as well for this side and then the other side. Then we can now start focusing on all of this other part. So yeah. I've run out of tape. Oh my days, man. Yee. From the very first time I did what's it called, dechroming, I know for the tight cut edges you need something like this. So basically what I'm just going to do is, this one here fits this way. I can put this over here and then just have it like this, which means it covers from here and then covers that spot as well. So yeah, that's literally what I'm just going to do. I'm just going to cut this up, put it down, and then cut to fit. So yeah, let's get on with that now. And that right there is the dechroming completed. Looks really, really nice and well put together. Yeah, before we go on to the next thing on the agenda, I just wanted to say it's been a couple of weeks since I polished that, did the paint work and the mini rust restoration on the car. And in between that time and now, quite a number of things has happened. Your man's literally got married. They've got married, I've traveled continents, I've been on a honeymoon. So it's literally been a couple of weeks. It's not just yesterday and then today. I just don't know. I just felt like I needed to put that out because first things first, some of you follow my wife as well. So, I mean, yeah. Besides that, another thing is, I'm not sure if I mentioned in the beginning of the video, but we were literally less than 1,000 before this video. I mean, before this part of this video, essentially. And right now, as I'm speaking to you, we're over 1,000 subscribers. And I just want to say thank you to everyone who's, pushed the channel, who subscribed. Your support means a lot. And I'm really, really glad we're building a community. It's so nice to see, you understand? And it's nice to know that there are still some people out there who are just like me or who just enjoy what I'm doing. And that's just something that I'm glad is coming together. So yeah, thank you so much. Thank you so much for 1,000 subscribers. And yeah, you know what's next? Click the subscribe button. Keep pushing, keep pushing. Yeah, there's more there's more to get. There's more to get. But basically, yeah, the next thing on the agenda real quick is, which is also the final thing on the agenda for this video, is to paint the what do you call it, to paint the brake caliper. I prepped it, done every little bits and bobs. We're just gonna go into the masking and the painting. Once again, thank you so much for 1,000 subscribers. I'm so happy, really. I'm really, really so glad. And yeah, let's go on. Too much talk is not so good. Let's go. So basically what we're working with right now is, even though it looks a bit shiny, it's still very much flaky, and none of that flake is coming off really, but I'm not too stressed about that. Again, the goal is to make it look better than it was, not to make it perfect. Never let perfect be the enemy of good. We're literally just trying to make it look better than it was. The front as well, so yeah, it looks all yellowy because we've just been at it left and right. But as you can see, even from this part, you can see how much of a prep work I've done. Essentially put some primer, put the red paint on. We're painting it red, if I didn't say before. Put the red paint on, and then it would match really well with, like, that black edition or something, just to give it a little bit of contrast, even though I don't want like the tape around it. But yeah, just black and red, just give it that bit of contrast. I don't want to go all black again like I did with the Ford Focus. boys and girls, brings us to the end of this video. Actually, if you've enjoyed watching this, why not go ahead and give it a thumbs up, a like, share, comment, drop a comment. And if you've been very observant, yeah, if you've been observant, you would have seen the state of the suspension. Oh my god, the state of the suspension is something that we actually need to focus on. I think I want to do like a full suspension overhaul, and I also want to, of course, lower it. So we're starting with the mods now. Yeah, that's like, you know, we're starting with the mods now. So yeah, I don't know if I want to use coilovers or if I just want to install lowering springs. So yeah, if you've got any recommendations, let me know in the comment section below. Basically, we're trying to build an ultimate daily driver, so not something that's gonna, you know, slam into the floor or something like that. No, just something that's keeps it a bit more stylish and, you know, and it's still sporty. Like, yeah, I hope you've enjoyed watching this just as I enjoyed you know, working on this car. Yeah, this is the start of something. And yeah, if you want to see more updates on the car and what we get to do with it, you know, hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.